Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at another figure from the Black Series 6-inch line, and this next character first appeared in The Force Awakens and is set to make her return in Star Wars The Last Jedi, albeit in a much more limited role. At the time of filming this review, the movie obviously hasn't been released yet, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of role she plays in the film itself. But this figure is absolutely phenomenal and you should definitely go out of your way to pick it up. As always, there's a link down below in the video description where you can add this figure to your own collection, and the figure we're going to take a look at today is none other than Maz Kanata. This is, again, a really nice figure. Hasbro have really gone to town on this one. Obviously, for a figure of this size, it's difficult to really warrant the full retail price of a 6-inch figure, but Hasbro have made sure to include plenty of detail, plenty of accessories to really make this figure worth the price. So again, highly recommend adding this one to your collection. It's a figure we've been waiting a long time for, and before we jump into the review itself, we are going to take a look at the packaging that she comes in. Now, even though the packaging design is the standard Black Series packaging that we've seen across the board since The Force Awakens, one really interesting point about this packaging is the fact that the bio on the back appears to be specific to The Last Jedi, and I'm going to make a little bit of an exception with this packaging, and I'm going to read the description to you rather than just overview it, because it's quite interesting and it may give a little bit away as to the plot. So if you want to avoid every single spoiler for The Last Jedi that you can, turn off this video now, because we're going to read that description in just a moment. But with regards to the packaging itself, you've got the Black Series logo at the top and some very nice artwork of Maz down in the bottom corner. On the side of the box, you've got the number in the series, and then on the back, once again, you've got the Black Series logo and number, and then that description that I mentioned earlier on. So without further ado, I'll quickly read that to you. It says, "The destruction of her castle has forced Maz to become more mobile and take a more hands-on and blasters firing role in the turbulent criminal underworld. She offers help in the struggle against the First Order by pointing the resistance toward a mysterious new ally." Now, my theory with regards to that description is that it is Maz who points Finn and Rose in the direction of Benicio del Toro's character in The Last Jedi, and that is DJ, who obviously accompanies them on a mission to the casino city of Canto Bay, which I'm really looking forward to seeing in the film. Now, the description on the back of the box also explains one of the accessories that's included with the figure. So without further ado, let's jump into the figure review itself, and we'll kick things off by taking a look at those accessories. Now, you will notice that the first accessory she comes with is a Rebel Alliance blaster rifle, which obviously at the time of The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens are not in use by the Resistance or the First Order anymore. So this would appear to be a weapon that she's kept within her castle for a period of time, and obviously feels compelled to use it in some form in The Last Jedi. So whether or not that's because her new castle or new hideout becomes overrun once again by the First Order, or whether she accompanies our heroes on a mission, who knows, but again, I'm really looking forward to finding out. Other accessories that this figure comes with are specific to The Force Awakens, and those are, of course, the chest or box that Rey discovers in the cellar in The Force Awakens, and obviously she proceeds to open that up and find Luke's lightsaber hidden inside. And obviously the lid of this chest can be opened, and inside, in addition to some sculpted instruments and details, you've also got an accessory which is, of course, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber hilt, which is a really nice addition. And again, in terms of accessories, Hasbro have really made sure to include plenty with this figure to warrant the full retail price of a 6-inch figure, albeit for a much smaller one. But the chest is nicely detailed. We've got this really nice wooden grain effect, metal bolts and shackles. Just looks really nice, and this will make a great diorama piece. So really impressed with that. Really happy that they decided to include it. And as for the figure itself, once again, Hasbro have really gone to town on this one. One of the things I really like about it is the fact that the glasses that Maz wears are actually posable. So rather than being sculpted in place onto the face, you can actually move those and reposition them, and that gives you a much better look and appreciation of the head sculpt underneath. Now, I must admit, I'm not 100% keen on the skin tone that Hasbro have chosen to use on this figure. She's got a rather metallic finish to her skin, which just looks a little bit weird. It's not quite as bright as it appears in the movie, but the sculpt itself is fantastic, and for that reason I'm willing to overlook that slightly botched paint application. But maybe I'm alone in that. What do you guys think? Do you think this is an accurate representation and a faithful colour match to Maz's skin tone in the film, or do you think it's a little bit off? Let me know in the comments. With regards to articulation, for a figure of this size, she really is packed to the brim. She features a ball joint and a hinge at the neck. She's got hinges at the shoulders, elbows and wrists. I'm not entirely sure whether she's got a ball joint at the torso. I think she has, but it's slightly tight on my sample. She also features hinges at the hips, swivels at the upper thigh, a single joint in the knee, and a hinge and a rocker at the ankle. So again, super articulation, and for a figure of this size, that's a really welcome addition. I'm really surprised by that. Can't believe that Hasbro have gone to town on this one as much as they actually have. But one of the things that really strikes me about this figure is just the sheer amount of detail on it. I absolutely love all the sculpted details on the outfit. You can see those keys and different attachments on the belt. You've got the jewellery that she's wearing, this really nice fabricated texture on the jumper underneath, a nice padded texture on her waistcoat, and a really nice finish on those trousers and on the boots. And the colours on this one really pop and are very vibrant. So a really nicely done figure, and a great addition to the collection. Again, this is a figure that we've been waiting for quite some time. Maz was obviously first introduced to us in The Force Awakens, which was released in 2015. So this figure has been 2 years in the making, but the wait was definitely worth it. And again, Hasbro have done a fantastic job with this one. So if you're a fan of Maz, then be sure to pick up this figure. Once again, there's a link down below in the video description where you can do so. And again, highly recommend this one. So that's going to do it for this review on Maz Kanata. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll be back with many more very soon. So until then, as always, thank you for watching, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.